Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of DTF with Frankie and Herb. My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb.
Today we're going to be going over some trending topics. All right, just a few things we got to go over. We're going to get briefly into some stuff about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, apparently got into he stopped a fight.
Right. Herb, I got a warning for you, man. Something's in the air. Because there's a couple of divorces happening out there. I want you to be careful, right? Keep your nose clean, right? Yeah. Wear your mask. Something's in the air, bro. And we're going to wrap up this episode talking about Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
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 So first up, Jonathan Majors. Like you mentioned, just got caught breaking up a fight. Right? Mm-hmm. In the midst of his court case going on, currently fighting some domestic violence charges against his now ex-girlfriend. Don't even remember her name, but she was an extra on, I think, extra or a production assistant on one of his recent films. I think it was Ant-Man, Quantumania, or it was Creed 3. They were working together on one of his most recent films. And currently fighting some domestic violence charges. We've already had 3 court trial dates pushed back.
Yeah, it's a lot of he said, she said.
Oh my gosh!
Because she's saying he hit her, and there's recently released image of him being scratched up himself. So he may have something against her as well. But truthfully, it seems like it's a both of them thing. It's just more of how is it gonna be handled out there.
Exactly. So. I can't wait until it's finished because I really want to feel comfortable about his career. He's lost a lot, already, even though he was not proven guilty of anything, already lost a lot because of Hollywood today,
Correct, yes.
And I'm not even going to say that he's, because he's not young. You can't blame anything on being young, but, he's just.
He's a human.
Yeah,
he's human.
There you go.
So and again, we don't know the exact facts about everything, but the only thing we can go by is right now is that he is human. And compared to what a lot of other celebrities are, being canceled for, or even just being put out in public for, it's
Danny Masterson.
Yeah, Danny Masterson. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, like I think we have other things to, really look towards that.
Yeah. So recently, he actually got caught breaking up a fight.
Right,
supposedly, there were these 2 young girls. All right, let me read this. Some people are calling Majors a real-life hero after breaking up a couple of teen girls who were viciously attacking each other outside of Hollywood High School. He was reportedly eating at a restaurant across the street from the high school when the fight was taking place, and he couldn't ignore them. So... Yeah. Did you see the video, Herb?
I saw the video, yeah. It just like exactly how I read it, or exactly how you read it. 2 high school girls are having a fight, and Jonathan Majors, Kang, the Conqueror, just pulls up. It's just like, hey, stop fighting. First of all, I would have been like, whoa.
Right? I'm like,
dude, like... Yeah, yo, we should go fight in Hollywood, man.
Right?
You never know who might show up.
Bro, if that were to happen to me, if I were in the middle of a fight and a celebrity showed up to stop it, I'm not mad anymore.
Right? I would have been like, did I die and freaking Jonathan Majors is here?
Some people caught up with Jonathan Majors after he had broken up the fight. And the only message he had for the girls was stay cool. I don't know what I mean, at this time, nobody knows whatever started the fight. Right. So here's the controversy with this situation, or here's what people are talking about is that you saw the video.
Right.
It looks incredibly staged.
You think so?
It looks.
Okay. Yeah.
Because look at this. 2 girls are just fighting, right? Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like the video starts and mid-fight.
Right.
And 2 seconds into the video, right now, reports are saying that Jonathan Majors ran in there after watching for 30 seconds. But when the video starts, 2 seconds in, Jonathan Majors is on the scene. Mm-hmm. And then the entire 45-second video, he's right in the middle. He's in the middle of the video at the entire time and facing the camera also, So,
right.
like, is he looking for an alibi or something?
Okay,
Look, did you see that viral video that went out? My face is clearly in it.
It's like, I tried to stop this violence. Clearly, I'm not a violent person.
Exactly. And that's what people are thinking. People are thinking that it's a
staged.
It's staged. Yeah. It's some good PR in the middle of this case. That's exactly what people are thinking.
I mean, I thought about the same thing right away, too. The fact that it was just like high school girls, I don't know. It was just weird. It's just
too many things are just convenient in this situation.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors, in the midst of his trial, he sees these two high school girls fighting, so he, makes a decision to break them up. And yeah, I don't know, like, it's just weird overall. It's just a weird story. It's like if you're at the gas station and somebody taps on your shoulder asking for $5, to put gas, and it's like, I don't know, Denzel Washington, because he left his wallet at home. It's this is a story nobody will believe.
Do you know pre-slap Will Smith does that all the time?
Yeah, I know. That's the story I use. I just didn't want to bring him up. I didn't want to bring up pre-slap Will Smith.
But yeah, man, everything just seems so convenient. But on the other side of things, here's what we know actually goes on. Children fight.
Right, correct.
Especially in high school, children fight.
Right.
There's a chance this could have been a genuine incident, a genuine breaking up of a fight. But too many things just seem to be conveniently placed for him in his current situation.
Correct, yeah. I mean, hopefully it does some good for him. Or who knows? Like, hey, man, it's up to the justice system, whatever.
Right?
Yeah. But let's see what happens with Jonathan Majors, man. Let's see what comes out of this. Maybe we'll find out, because usually when there's people involved in a certain video that goes viral, other news outlets try to get the other side of the, of those people that was in there to get their input. So who knows? Maybe those girls might come forward and, we'll see how real they are.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this next thing. You're telling me to watch out because there's something in the air. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, man. Keep your mask on, bro. Like, stay inside. Mm-hmm. Like, do something to cover yourself, man. But there's a lot of divorce going on right now. Joe Jonas recently announced that he's divorcing his wife after 4 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Young Jeezy, it just came out that he's divorcing his wife after 2 years of marriage, right? And this just broke my heart when I heard it, man, because everybody loves this guy, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman and his wife of 27 years?
27 years. Earlier this year, they just celebrated their they made a public post about their 27th wedding anniversary. Earlier this year, and they're getting divorced, man.
So I actually read something about this. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, maybe they don't, but during the pandemic 2020, when a lot of people were forced to be home and stay home with their relatives and their spouses and everything like that, a lot of marriages was able to work because they only saw each other for a few hours out of the day.
Yes.
They went out and they did their 8 hours work, 8 to 10, 8 to 16, who knows how long they were out. So that's how they made the marriage work. A lot of couples got divorced because they just couldn't stand their partner 24/7.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. And it looks like Hugh Jackman and his wife were victims to that as well. I read something that apparently 2020 was something that made them realize that they had a better friendship than a relationship.
Wow.
And apparently now with this strike that's going on that stopped the filming of a lot of movies, including Deadpool 3 with his character.
He's back at home.
He's back at home. And this time around is what made them realize, yeah, we're really not for each other as we thought. Or maybe after 27 years, they just realized, yeah, I think it's mutually beneficial for the both of us to break up. Who knows how this quote unquote mutually, agreements come about. But that's what I read, what happened between these two.
Okay. Well, the only statement they put out is that they quoted, "We've been blessed to share almost 3 decades together as husband and wife in a wonderful, loving marriage." They said, "Our journey is now shifting, and we've decided to separate to pursue our individual growth." The only thing I think weird about this situation is why people feel the need to publicly disclose that they're getting divorced. Mm-hmm. And you know who started that, who I want to place blame on for that, is Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin.
They did that?
Yeah.
Were they the first to do that?
I don't know if they were the first to do it, but they were the first to say this. They were the first to say that they were consciously uncoupling.
Oh.
Yeah. That, so weird. So to phrase it like that is so weird.
Okay, yeah.
So I want to place blame on them for making it a thing to announce a breakup or a divorce.
Correct. Okay, I hear that.
So And last thing they said was, this is the sole statement either of us will make. So don't expect any interviews. If they are good as friends and respect each other as well as it seems they may have realized, then don't expect any interviews from either side, going in detail about why they're, deciding to divorce after, 27 years. Broke my heart, man.
Dude, 27 years. That's my entire life.
Yeah,
they've been married since 1996. That's insane. Wow.
Yeah.
That's literally a whole life.
It is
for someone like me. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And
that's sad. That's sad. But at the same time, I really do wish them best out of for both of them out of this. Because
what I hope. I hope they divorce. Mm-hmm. I hope they realize how much they miss each other and get back together
and make an announcement.
And when they get back together, I want them to continue counting. I don't want them to start over. No second first anniversaries.
Okay, tell Wolverine that. You tell him, hey, you do this.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, that's that about Hugh Jackman and his divorce.
Right. Okay. So stay careful out there, man. Be careful out there.
I will, bro. Thank you for the advice. Now, the main topic here. Today, we're going to be talking about Danny Masterson. He has recently been sentenced to 30 years in prison for raping 2 women. And he has recently been found guilty of it, so we're no longer saying allegedly. He has been found guilty. Mm-hmm. And 30 years, shit. Well, that's
older than you.
Dude, yeah, that's a whole life. That's a whole life. Yeah. No, but that's insane. So, all right, let's say this right here first. My question to you about this, do you think he's actually going to serve a full 30? Obviously, that's a long way ahead of us, but come on.
So I'll say this, right? To answer your question, will he serve a full 30? I don't know. He could get out on good behavior, but more than 50% of life sentences have to be served before parole is even considered. So he might actually do 15 for sure, right? But also with his celebrity status, 30 years in prison is not as bad as 30 years in prison for our next door neighbor. I
mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, I for sure, I can definitely agree to that. He's going to have his own perks and whatnot in prison. Mm-hmm. But think about he's not super famous. He's not A-list famous, but he definitely has his cash.
He's got money. A cult following. This man was a part of one of the greatest TV shows in the 90s.
Exactly. So imagine being to do whatever you want to prison. This is to him, this is our neighbor's prison or whatnot. You get me? So being able to just do whatever you want, and now he's in jail 24/7 for 15 years at least before a parole, apparently. But yeah, so that's insane. So talk to me about this case. What happened?
So for anybody that doesn't know, Masterson's, he is accused of, or he was found guilty of raping 2 women, in this case from the early 2000s. But 5 women have come out about him in total. Okay. The Church of Scientology is also accused of suppressing these victims from reporting the former actor, who is a lifelong member of the Church of Scientology. They are accused of suppressing them from reporting the Mastersons to the LAPD. And after the LAPD launched an investigation in 2017, the actor, furiously denied all these allegations.
I'll be honest with you. I remember when that came out because he had another hit show with Ashton Kutcher called The Ranch
on Netflix.
It was a Netflix hit show and everything like that. And then I remember that he was going to be off the show and everything. And I just thought to myself, he kind of looks like the type of dude that would do that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. You've seen that 70s show, right?
Yes.
I personally do not like Hyde's character.
What?
I don't know. To me, he's obnoxious. He's I don't know. He's just there. Yeah. He's just there with his side comments. It's like, dude, shut up, And then when I saw him, I don't know him in real life, but you just pick up these vibes.
Yeah.
And his persona in that 70s show is very similar to how he just carries himself in the public image, with the curly hair and the smile and the way he just is. So it looks like Hyde is Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
So in a way, I just kind of always felt like when I heard about this allegations, I thought to myself, I don't know. I think it might be true. It might be true, but innocent until proven guilty, and guilty he is.
Yeah. I when I heard it, I was hoping it wasn't true because I did like Hyde's character in the show. I thought Hyde's character was one of the coolest on the show. You have the main character, and the main character doesn't have to be cool because he's the main character.
Correct.
Then you got the main character's love interest. Then you got some silly friends on the side, and then you have an insane character who Fez was. But Hyde, I thought he was cool and collected most times. He didn't stress about anything.
I think that. I was. It's funny. In my head, I was just about to say something. I was saying that just now in my head about how he was just there and he didn't care what was going on. And I was like, bro, you gotta. I don't know. Some shit was going down, and he was just like, yeah, man, whatever. You want to smoke? I'm like, dude, get out of here. I don't know. He was just too chill for me, I guess. Hey, man, anxiety's a bitch.
So he was finally found guilty only in May after a retrial. He had a jury in 2022 who could not come to a decision. So they filed a retrial, and this second group of people were able to come to find him guilty. Ahead of Masterson's sentencing, more than 50 people wrote letters to Olmedo, that must have been the judge on his case, supporting the disgraced actor, including that 70 Show co-stars Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah. Once I heard about it, before I even read what the letter was, I just knew, oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
First of all, I'm thinking, how did the letters get out?
Yes.
Like, if it was sent to the judge, right? If it's a part of this case, is that not like disclosed, or is that not? I don't know what parts of a court case are private and public.
I don't know either, but apparently they both did not know that it was going to be released. I personally wouldn't think it would be released too. I'm writing a letter to the judge, not to the case, not to the trial, not to the prosecutors, to the judge, for all we know, maybe the prosecutors, heard of it and leaked it themselves, themselves.
No idea.
Because at the same time, I read something that apparently Ashton Kutcher's next or something like that. Danny Masterson. Yeah. So they're trying to do like a domino effect kind of thing. Like first it was Danny. Oh, you thought Ashton Kutcher was good? Check this out. And then him writing that letter in supporting of a rapist make him look exactly like he does support one. And in his words, he's just supporting a friend that he's known in the past 25 years, aside from the bad that he's done. But at the same time, you can't expect everyone to see him the way you do. You've been his friend for 25 years. None of us has been, What we know is that he did something wrong and it should be punished for it.
So in Mila Kunis' letter, she wholeheartedly, and that's in quotes, vouched for Masterson's, in quotes, exceptional character. In her letter, while Ashton Kutcher's letter praised him as a, quote, role model and a, quote, positive influence, right? And he even said, over our 25-year relationship, I don't recall him lying to me. That was just the silliest part of the letters for me. Well, wow. It's been 20. I don't recall him lying to me. First of all, can you remember every conversation you've had in 25 years?
Exactly.
Second of all, if you've watched the show House, you learned two things, right? Yellow in your eyes mean you have jaundice, and everybody lies. Everybody lies, And what trips me out about that is that I hate when people ask questions like, what reason do I have to lie? The same reason anyone else does, so you don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole purpose of a lie.
So, oh, my goodness, man. It's just insane. So it's insane that a celebrity thinks that they could have that type of influence on, a court case, which is supposed to be decided by a jury of your peers.
Yes, correct.
Once, let's say a judge does have some influence over whatever letters, it's no longer a fair trial.
Right.
So here's my question. Would you want to be that person who writes a letter and gets the judge to sway his decision? Do you want to be that person who is, in this case specifically, in this case, do you want to be that person who got a sentence of 30 years reduced on a guy for raping 2 women? Imagine imagine those letters worked on the judge. Whoever those 50 people are, imagine the letters worked on the judge. And he says, the jury finds him guilty, 30 years in prison, and the judge says, I agree that he's guilty, but let's reduce his sentence to 12 years. Right? Yeah. Danny Masterson is going to go on a thank you tour.
Yeah.
I want to thank Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis for getting my 30-year sentence reduced for raping 2 women. You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to be that person to get that thank you?
Honestly, I just wouldn't.
Exactly.
I just can't. I just can't. Look, with the time that we're in today, you know what? The thing is, okay. First of all, let's just put it this way. I can understand why people like Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who has been friends or even call them family for 25 years, I can understand why they would even think about doing it.
Yes.
Why they would pick these carefully chosen words and everything. Like, I understand 1,000%. My thing is, you are also in the public eye. You're more in the public eye than Danny Masterson himself.
Because their careers are still popping.
If, that's a big if, this were to come out, oh, don't worry, it's not going to come out. We don't know that. Clearly it came out. I couldn't have been able to get myself to do it. No. If I was in Ashton Kutcher's position, no. I
wouldn't have written that letter at all.
I couldn't. I'd be like, bro, I'll see you in jail, you know?
Yeah.
I'll come visit you, I promise.
Bro, this is my thing.
I'll stack up your stuff.
Forget the limelight. Forget the eye of the public.
Right.
Morally, you could be my friend 25 years.
Okay, yes.
Once you're found guilty, the person I knew is gone. I couldn't bring myself to know that.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And remain calling that person is not my friend.
Calling them a role model? No.
That person is not my friend.
Person I thought was my friend? No. There goes that lie that you apparently never, once gave me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, that was just the silliest part of the letters.
All I can say is when these letters came out, it was just crazy out there in the media. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, quote unquote, sticking up for a rapist. Yeah, that came out hard.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher recently had to resign from the board of Thorn, a company that he co-founded with Demi Moore, his ex-wife, to combat child sexual abuse. So there's that. Something that he created. I think he created it. How long ago was this?
I think it was 2009.
Yeah, correct. In 2009, he founded with his then wife Demi Moore, and now here he is resigning. I can understand that. Of course, you don't want a bad look for such, for a company such as one that fights, sexual abuse. Of course, he had to resign from that. I'll tell you this much: he's still getting money. So he's just resigning basically from being like the face and like, hey, this is our founder, Ashton Kutcher. Like, no, they're removing all of that. But
well, he can't be denied that he's founder.
Of course,
they can't deny that he's a founder. So here's my thing with that part. I think that this is I think he's doing this to salvage whatever he's got left in the eye of the public. I don't think him resigning is going to effectively help Thorn. In fact, it could actually hurt Thorn. It could hurt Thorn, but I don't think it's going to help. I think personally, if he's committed to doing the good work that organization was doing, I would have stayed committed to doing the good work. But once you resign from this place, I think it's not about the mission anymore. That's what I think personally. There are times where you got to separate the art from the artist,
Right.
And in this case, he made a mistake, but with his organization Thorn, he's still doing good work. It's like you mentioned earlier. He's human.
Yeah.
He's human. He's not perfect. He, in a moment of compassion, thought he was supporting a friend. And I'm sure a big reason he felt comfortable writing those letters was assuming that they wouldn't come out.
Right.
Now that they've come out, what's he doing now? Damage control.
Yeah.
It's about business now.
Yeah.
And I don't think he should have resigned.
You know what's crazy? What if he only wrote that letter because Danny Masterson basically not threatened him, but was just more like, hey, Ashton, come on.
I know stuff too.
Like, we did stuff together. This is not just me. The least you can do is do this for me. You get me? And again, like I said, I never really had a good look for Danny Masterson. So for all he was just more like, Ashton probably knew like Danny would probably do some stuff like that behind bars. Like, yo, tell his attorney or whatever, his people, like, yo, release the stuff we have on Ashton. If I'm going down, then he has to do it with me as well. We did this together.
Imagine if that actually did happen.
That's insane.
Would you still call him your friend? No.
Nah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Jeez. Listen, Danny Masterson got what he deserved. He was found guilty. 30 years to life is the least you could do.
How old is he now?
I don't know. How old is Danny Masterson now?
Danny Masterson. Let's see here. I mean, he's already definitely in his 40s or something like that. He's like he's 47, so 30 years from now, dude, he probably might even not last the full 30.
Yeah, you said not last?
Yeah,
bro,
you don't know. His everything is changing. This dude is probably going from taking supplements every morning to just eating a bread and cheese in the morning. Now you get me? Like his life is changing. His diet is changing. His air is changing. His pollution, the way he sleeps, his back pain, dude. His life is something else now.
So,
hey, did you see that video of Conan basically calling him out?
No, I didn't. Go ahead, talk about that.
So,
I didn't see it.
In 2004, Conan had Danny Masterson on the show. I think the show was still on or about to finish. I don't know, 70 show, but it was popping. Danny Masterson got on the show, and Danny Masterson is from Long Island. And Conan asked him, whatever happened to your Long Island accent? You had one. Yeah, I guess after being, in over a decade in LA, it went away. But my friends like to, do some impressions of me. And the first thing he says was, hey, I'm Danny Masterson. Do you want to grab my balls? Whatever, do an impression of himself. And, people are laughing. Conan laughs a little bit. And he's like, why are you even saying that to people? And he's like, I don't know. And Conan goes, I actually heard about you. You'll get caught soon. And he just replies, yeah, I know.
Oh, my gosh. Cryptic, man.
Bro, cryptic. Dude, you know what's wild to me? 2004. This was 19 years ago?
Yeah.
19 years ago. Conan O'Brien knew stuff about Danny Masterson, but just didn't say anything. Not that he had to. It's just more like he's heard stuff about him. So what else is heard behind doors? What else is heard in the industry that we just don't even know? Like, think about it. If Conan never even said that in 2004, I've heard stuff about you, that wouldn't even be a verification or clarification today that, he was like that back then. Dude, it's crazy. Who knows who might be next? Ashton Kutcher might be next, like I said.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well, I'm glad he's behind bars now, or getting ready to get behind bars, because one less person like that on the streets.
There you go.
Jeez,
I hope these victims, found, some sort of satisfaction, peace, after this.
So
after many years of fighting this. So.
I read one quote from one of the victims that said she forgives him and that his disease is no longer her illness to carry. So hopefully the women are fine as well. Okay. I hope so also. Man, 30 years is the least they could do. I don't know. It's stuff like that just aggravates me. Aggravates me.
Yeah.
Things like that happen when men aren't used to rejection. But how do you get used to rejection? You got to try.
Yeah.
But so many people want something to just be easy and land in their lap.
Right.
Quite literally in his case,
Yeah.
But so people are so used to wanting it to come easy. But if you don't try, if you don't experience failure, if you don't experience rejection, you will never know how to handle it. So I don't know. I don't like to see people, like even in conversation, like I'm not going to force a conversation if it doesn't feel like it's happening.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This is aggravating me.
No, you're fine, bro. I understand. You're preaching right now. That's all you're doing. But yeah, that's what we have.
So we just wanted to cover some stuff like that. If there are any updates, we might
talk about it some more.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll definitely talk about it some more because trending topics is something we are going to continue doing every other Friday. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We still do have our actors profile every other Friday as well, which is very exciting. We just dropped Timothy Chalamet. Please stay tuned for our next drop.
All right, then. You got anything else?
I don't have anything else. I really hope that everyone liked our trending topics for today. If there is a trending topic that you guys really want to hear about, let us know. Drop a comment on Twitter or Instagram.
There you go. All right, then. My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. We'll talk to you again soon.